Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Final Third. Via Zoom, you have myself, Jules, Lavish, and Banks.
All right. Ooh. Go on then.
Come on. This is a little sign.
No.
Little sign.
We're gonna start with the Spurs and Man City game. I'm just gonna ask any of you to just tell me why Spurs were able to win convincingly. Like, why was it just easy for them? Because they literally looked like they weren't under pressure or anything.
I didn't think this would happen. Honestly speaking, I
can't believe you're surprised. I can't believe you're surprised.
I honestly thought Uncle Pep signing the new contract would have revitalized the team.
Stop it. What are you talking about?
Let me finish. I thought it would give them...
The guy ain't who you think he is, bro.
I thought it would give them a little bit of a boost to at least just... They were on the front foot and we know they're going to dominate the ball. I thought it would give them just the directness and it would just give them a little bit of killer instinct up top. I really thought Sterling should start this game because Fernan Torres, even though he was on he played better than Mahrez. Fernan Torres and Mahrez, it's too blunt for me.
Did nothing.
It's too blunt.
The problem was, for me, in the first half especially, Man City were actually creating some good things. They got into some good opportunities, but there was no killer instinct. There was no decisiveness. Tottenham, one chance in, what was it, the third minute, you blink, Ndombele, ball over the top. Son, bang, I'm scoring, 1-0. City, they got into those positions and they was moving so like, you want to score the perfect goal.
They got lethargic with it.
They were passing. Like, sometimes you just got to let off the shot. Like, they was doing some, it was like, because me personally, I didn't really have an issue with the lineup. Like, I saw Bernardo play and he still needs, like, the form that he's been, for me, he needed to prove something. Mahrez, he needed to prove something. Both of them got locked up stupendously. And when it got time to take those chances, they just literally didn't want to pull the trigger. And that was the big difference between
they were kind of
Spurs and City.
I would say it sometimes looked like they was going for the perfect goal. And it's
it's type of shit that will make you pull your hair out if you had hair, if you had that opportunity, you get it.
That's low.
I'm sorry. But I'm sorry. I just had to drop that in. But just shoot the ball. Like Spurs, they had literally 2 or 3 chances.
I think
the first 70 minutes
so well. I think he
bullied every part of that back four.
So well.
Every part of that back four.
It was an elite number 9 performance in terms of like holding the ball up, bringing others into play, then being a killer on the ball as well, as in going forward as well, looking for Son every time. And then Reguilon as well made, like, the times Mahrez was 1-on-1 against him, you'd think, Mahrez, this is your time. Have him up.
None of that.
Not around here. Also,
this isn't Zimbabwe in the AFCON. You cannot do that to me. You cannot do that to me.
Also, you're seeing your Højbjerg now coming into it, and I'm looking at Højbjerg, because I remember Højbjerg's first game against Everton. It was bad. It was very, very bad. But as a whole, we've seen this type of performance between City and Spurs. With City dominating the ball and just not winning, not getting the result they need. I think Spurs might be City's bogey team. Honestly,
low key, because that. Especially with Mourinho there, City's gonna want all of the ball. He's just gonna tell them sit in, and take the chances that you're given, and you can get a win over this team. Ndombele balled out. Hey, Ndombele versus KDB. He told KDB, sit down. Let me show you how a real footballer plays this game. Let me show you how a real midfielder marshals this mid. Because when I tell you, watching Ndombele is such a pleasure. It's a pleasure. You have to call it a pleasure because somebody that can get the ball and just he's throwing his shoulders at you. He does the show before he's even touched the ball. He's moved his shoulder 3 times to deceive you. Sometimes he doesn't even need to touch the ball. He won't even take a touch. Just throw 3 shoulders and you don't even know where the ball is no more. Ndombele, glorious footballer, glorious. Walked the brain off the park. Walked him.
Kevin De Boot.
It's a dying shame. It's a dying shame. He's at Spurs.
He was cheeks on the night. He was cheeks in the day.
He's been cheeks all season, man. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Probably what it is, but anyway, Yeah.
So Shemi, what does that look like for the North London derby coming up soon?
Woo!
Because that's in the next 3 games. Yeah.
Funny thing is, you know what's funny? Also, I tweeted, if it was Arsenal, somehow City are finding that net.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's that we allow them to find the net a lot easier, or they're just going to take their chances a lot better against. I don't understand.
It wasn't even that. For City, like, you lot just didn't trouble. You lot didn't try and trouble them. That was the issue.
Yeah,
you lot didn't try to trouble
too
them.
much respect. For against Spurs, I don't see us doing anything to Spurs. Literally nothing.
You lot the underdogs.
The only thing that could happen is maybe a Spurs player loses their head and they get sent off. Maybe Sergio or something gets sent off. I don't know, but I don't see us doing one thing to Spurs. You know why? I know you're gonna ask that, but I've seen the game against Leeds. Let me not talk about Leeds. I've seen how we played Leicester. I've seen how we've played all these other teams. Even the games we've won, I've seen how we played West Ham. Flat. There's nothing to it. So it means nothing for the North London derby. You might as well watch the game on. There's no fans. There's nothing. So it's like the atmosphere that you get from the fans, not there. The back and forth you get from both teams having good enough attacking players is not there on our side. So I feel like we're bringing nothing to this table. We're the B side. If this was a boxing match, for once we're like fully the B side. Like, yeah, they'd get the prize money and we'd get what's left over because we're bringing nothing to this North London derby. It means near.
All right.
Well,
okay.
Breathe, Shem. Breathe.
Yeah, I think he needs to take a breather. Man United versus West Brom. Big 3 points, or was it a cause for concern? Banks, I'm gonna let you take the floor with this one.
Whenever United win nowadays, nobody wins. Nobody wins while we win. Nobody wins.
Wait, what?
I sat down and watched 90 minutes of Manchester United playing football, and I'm thinking, who actually won from this exchange? Solskjaer gets his 3 points. Bruno Fernandes gets his goals. I can't get my 90 minutes back. How I don't win from this no more. We either drop points and we fall further down the table, or I'm watching us literally drag ourselves across the line against the worst team, or maybe the second worst team in the league. That's painful to watch. It's painful to see the club fall to these levels where we're dragging ourselves. Because it's not even like this is a new thing. It feels like every time there's a crap team there to give them 5 or 6. We're there dragging our heels to even score a goal. We're barely creating chances against the worst team in the league that everyone's pamming up. It's getting hard to deal with. I can't lie. I don't win from United playing football anymore. I don't. When I was a kid, I used to win because we'd always win, and I'd be able to laugh at the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea. But I could win. But now it's different because the longer we keep on winning, the safer Solskjaer's job becomes, and the more United fall into obscurity. The more we lose, we fall down the table, and it just ruins my weekend. I don't win from this no more. I don't know where to go no more.
Every time I live vicariously through Ollie, innit? So every time Ollie does well, as an Arsenal fan, I'm like, you know what? Thank God you're going to be there because you're keeping Man United in the gulag right beside Arsenal just a little longer. For me, Man United scraping it against West Brom just says it all, though. It really says it all. West Brom, and we said on the radio show, West Brom and Fulham, they've done the remaining, let's say, 12 teams in this league. They've done them a solid by confirming number 19 and number 20. You've said number 19 and 20, don't worry, guys. Hold our beer. We got this. We're going straight back down. That's what West Brom and Fulham have confirmed this season. So you should, once you're there, just get your striker, give him a bit of confidence because those are the teams he's going to stat pad against.
Literally net a couple goals.
Get Martial. It's funny how Martial's finally got his 2 shots on target against this team. You get, because his shots on target, those are like goals for him. Those are literally like goals for him. So he's got them off now. So he's stat padded against West Brom technically. I don't understand. Then you're getting Fergie in the VAR room, you know. He's doing what he has to do to get them to retake that penalty for Fernandes. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
The payola that Bruno Fernandes has done to be a success at my club so far is only going to come and bite us in the future. There's no way we won't suffer in the future because of the crimes of Bruno Fernandes. It's impossible.
He's going to come back to bite you because this is
How can this be the sequence of events? Bruno Fernandes gives away a stonewall penalty. They go to VAR to check, and they somehow manage to overturn it. United then managed to get a penalty, which Bruno Fernandes had nothing to do with. He then goes on to miss the penalty. Miss the penalty.
Yeah, player. Hold on. You know what?
And they wheel it.
Run it back.
There's no way we're not going to suffer in the future, because there's no way. You can't go through this much payola.
What has Fergie sacrificed? That's the question.
We need to find. We're going to find out soon enough, because we think we're bad now. The club will definitely go into administration at some point in the future. It's inevitable. We have to pay for these crimes. We have to pay. It's scary at this point. It's scary. Oh, man. United. I love you, but I hate you.
Can relate. Moving on to Leeds and Arsenal. Shemi,
we got popped. We got popped. Call it as it is. We got popped. And I don't want to do. I told you we will get popped. Or I told you we'd lose, or we won't win.
What can we take away from this game? I can't find anything.
There's no surprises. There's what I can take though. What I can take though from a positive, moving Aubameyang into the center of the pitch, he's more on the ball. As that it's more meaningful. Yeah. I wouldn't even say he played well. It's just more meaningful. Him on the ball.
It didn't mean nothing. It didn't mean nothing.
Hold on,
I can't lie.
Just play.
I can't lie, man. I can't lie.
So I mean, him
you
on
know
the ball.
You know the Spider-Man meme where they're both pointing at each other. That's the Damian on the left and Damian in the center. I'm saying I can't lie. That's it.
Him on the ball in the middle of the park, in the middle of the pitch. Yeah, it means a lot more than him on the left wing.
Doesn't because you were getting popped regardless. Like literally.
I'm not talking about when Leeds. I'm not talking about when Leeds.
Even when until Saka came on, Aubameyang was a non-factor in the game. Tell a lie.
No, he was. He was
a non-factor.
Yeah, but Saka came on. Saka came on for about 20, 25 minutes. And when Aubameyang was on the ball, then it meant he was more of a threat than if he was on the left wing, feeding the ball to probably Saka, who would have been Arteta would have put up front instead of. You know what I'm trying to say? So. What I can take from that, Saka's the truth, man. Saka's the truth, and he puts these. This is the standard of youngsters. Puts these youngsters to shame. For me, Willock. Nothing player. Reece Nelson, another nothing player.
I slightly feel sorry for Willock because it technically wasn't his fault as to why he came off. Like.
No, it's not. But I'm not talking about him coming off this match. Honestly, I'm just talking about.
That's you as a whole. Like in general, this obviously was a game for him to prove something. But of course, you got headless people there that do headless shit.
I'm just talking the body of work that Willock has put up. Yeah, for me, it just shows nothing. Like you give me nothing to put my stock in.
Nothing to work with.
You give me nothing to put my stock in. Speaking of stock, Pepe. Pepe. Oh, that boy, he lost his head. And what baffles me about him losing his head, Pepe looks like the type of player or the type of person that can't switch. He can't turn on the light switch. He can't switch. He's got no anger in him, that boy. So
he just unbothered, like
bare unbothered, bare soft spoken.
So you know that guy that pretends to switch and he starts laughing like 2 seconds later.
Yeah,
that's like, I can imagine Pepe view like.
What did he say to him? He must have said something mad, but he didn't. They were just pushing, doing come on.
Because you're not just gonna headbutt someone. I mean, as stupid as you are, like.
I can't lie. I think that was I think Pepe just said, "I'm done with Arteta."
No, because your first.
I can't lie.
No one can
you can't just headbutt someone for no reason.
Zidane set the tone that you only headbutt someone when they say something mad.
But that's probably what happened. Like I want to know.
He didn't say nothing mad.
No, we didn't see the whole footage, did we? We literally just saw them.
We saw them pushing each other. But I can't lie. If he said something mad, you're not gonna just go there, do a little headbutt. You bang out. You bang out if you said something mad.
He did the headbutt and was like.
Yeah, but he knew he was defeated from the minute they said they're gonna check it. He just knew he was off anyway. Like,
and he wasn't even playing well.
Pepe was laughing. Did you see? Did you not see when he was laughing with Luke Ayling saying, "I only did this to him"? You didn't see it. Beg you, go check. Man was there laughing just before he was about to be sent off with Luke Ayling. I was all saying, I only tapped him. I beg you to
I don't
go
know
watch
what
that footage.
you know this. You can't do that in this league. You know you can't even do that in most leagues. So what are you doing? Cool. Anyway, I think Pepe's played or started his last game for Arsenal. Minute. I know he started. I know he started his last game for Arsenal. I think so. Because I don't think
You
he
think
played.
Arteta's brought more people in from the dead, to be fair.
True, but Arteta outright come and said, "Oh, Pepe let the team down."
Yeah, but I think that's slightly unfair.
He's a coward.
That's
for that.
deflection. That's deflection, to be fair.
Can't
That's
blame
deflection.
red card on on the whole match.
Yeah, he's a coward because it was.
Because you won't talk about the first 50 minutes and you know getting popped off the pitch. You won't talk about
That's
the
what
first
I want.
50 minutes.
That's what I wanted to focus on in terms. We had Leeds put in several patterns of play where they danced around our midfield, and you've got Gary Neville telling the public that Xhaka and Ceballos did very well to track back to get back on the cutback. What are you talking about? It's like
Put some passes together.
Imagine getting gapped and them saying, "Oh, credit to you lot for still running back to." Yeah, they're supposed to run back. He's saying they to block off the cutback. No, man. Sorry, bless you. No,
bless
man.
you.
Ceballos was missing that game for me. I kept forgetting he was playing. And so contract ball is real. Don't forget. So contract ball is looking real right now.
There were Arsenal fans saying they wanted Ceballos back ahead of Grealish, you know.
Who said that? Who said that?
There were Arsenal fans
saying, "Get me the hats. Just get me 3 of the hats." No one said that. Who said that?
Nah, I promise you they did. I promise you they did. I promise you did. I'll get you the hats. I'll get you the hats.
Find it from football Twitter or people that have no.
It wasn't even AFC Twitter. I promise you, it wasn't AFC Twitter.
If they have a real picture, send it to me.
I will. Don't worry.
Okay, but
big up. I can't even say big up Leeds because they created chances and they didn't put them away. So Leeds.
Cheeks.
I wanted to say big up Leeds, but I literally can't because you had too many chances not to win that match.
Bamford, we said if he gets 15, I told you the problem with Bamford is not even that he's able to get 15 because they create so much chances for him. Today he had a clear chance and he hit the post, but he didn't have as many. But chances were there, as in Leeds create chances. If he's on the end of them, that's up to him. Do you get? But chances are there for them to get got. For goals to get got, sorry. But yeah.
Where? You look. That was. I want to say that was performance of the season, but you can't without Leeds. Without Leeds scoring the goal because Leeds were popping. As Shem said, the patterns of play. These will be doing something 1, 2, 3, and then they'll be able to get the pass out to the wing back. It was like, how do you not? And you create the chance. Then you create the chances. You've got to finish them.
Boy, another day in another life of an Arsenal fan. Apparently, Naby is injured. Naby
Oh, poor sod.
Can't catch a break.
Indeed, boy. But Liverpool are still 1-0 up, so there's that.
Still even 2-0 up.
That is. Okay, yeah. That is all from us this week. Quick little catch up for you. Thank you guys for listening in, watching in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, on Twitter. Follow our socials.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
We will see you next week.
Bye.